Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'll be showing you my elevator and how I built it. So as a reminder, here's how it works. I step on this piston, press a switch, pushes me up and in. That way I don't accidentally go back down. Second floor, and then I can press the button again. It moves out of the way, I get on the pad, and then it just brings me down. There you go. It's a two-way elevator that requires only one button, top and bottom. So as a quick reminder how I built it before I go ahead and go through the step-by-step process. This is the redstone setup. I have compressed it since my piston house video, so it's not going to be as crazy. It's probably able to be compressed more, but I am still a beginner with redstone, so this is the best I could do. So let me show you. This is the 4-piston setup I have. So first it opens up using 4 switches, and then to go back in, just close first, second, the third, and then the first. And then I close the third, the second, and the third again. And just like that, it goes back to its regular state. There are, of course, a little bit variations to how you want to close it and open it, but it works, so there you go. Now, one of the contraptions that I used to build this, as well as most of everything in the piston house, is this right here. It allows me to prolong the duration of switches like buttons. So normally when you flip a button, it goes up and down pretty fast. By using redstone repeaters, I can make it go up and for twice as long. So press this and then that. So despite pressing the one with the redstone repeaters first, it actually went down second. And then now this requires 2 redstone repeaters of 4 and 1 of 3, presuming you have 1 redstone repeater at 1 here, so that way it doesn't make a loop and go all the way around. If you have it at 4, for example, you can get something like this. So it goes up and then all of a sudden goes up again. So it has to be timed properly. Although, if you have it for less than that, that's okay. It will just not stay up as long. But to have pretty much an exact double length, this is the setup. And the very simple setup to have buttons on both floors is just, that's it. 2 sets of buttons that link together at one spot, and then that output is set to the rest of the redstone. Nothing very complicated there. But there are times when I combine the buttons with this setup in order to make the buttons last twice as long. That way I can, the signal can last as long as I need to, but still turn off in the end. Okay, so here's the overlay again, and so let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. Start out by placing 3 sticky pistons on top of each other and 1 regular piston, like so. Then connect some redstone with 2 redstone repeaters, both set to 4, to offset the time on the first piston. And then we go to the second one. And here you want to put 3 redstone repeaters set to 4, 4, and 1, like so. And I'm just going to connect all this to a lever just for now. That way, when I have 4 of them set up, without them going down, I can test it in just a very simple way. Okay, so let's go to the next room. So I'm trying to basically recreate the exact schematic I just showed you, because this is not an easy thing to remember. So I have something I'm looking over just to make sure I'm doing everything right. And even then, of course, it doesn't always turn out. Okay, so you want to set the top one at 4. Then you want to put 2 here. One of them at 4, another at 2. And then you want to go one more level up from there with 2 redstone repeaters, 1 at 4, 1 at 3. And then it's going to be over another. Okay, like so. And 1 redstone repeater at 4. Okay, so that takes care of the basic 4 pistons, so let's test that. There we go. Oh, I guess I turned it off really quickly. But there you go, they all go up. And of course they all come down roughly at the same time, which we don't want. So let me just break that and rebuild it. Now I'm going to just quickly put some wooden planks to simulate the floor of the first level, and then I'll actually go ahead and flip this on so I know where the second floor is. There we go. Just makes things easier for me. Now let's go ahead and once again rebuild this. Now, of course, when you are building this, I would actually recommend highly to start with the elevator if you're going to put this in a house, or go ahead and measure out how many blocks wide and in length and depth it is. Make sure you have enough room to build it, because unless you're building a house like I am above ground with the redstone, I mean, it's going to get pretty complicated. So let's move on. Now I'm going to start setting up the repeating process, so it'll go back down as well at the time it needs to. So here I'm going to put 2 redstone repeaters set to 4. 2 like that. Now for this part, it's going to go left and right, and I just remember where to place it by this line. It's 1 to the left of that, and then you want to put that to 4. You should want 3 of them, all set to 4. And then just like so. You want it to go back in. Actually, there we go. And there. That way it's not interrupted. So basically, the first signal goes into the first piston, and then after all the delays, it goes in again. Okay, so following that, we have it splitting off into 2 again. All right, over here. Here it's going to have a 3 and a 4. Like so. Let's place it right there for now. Sorry about that. People are always trying to reach me. Next row is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blocks. And let's move that over here. So 10 repeaters with all of them but one set to 4 and one set to 3, like so.